In this last video, in talking about the profit loss, I want to show you what we want to put down here at the very bottom for the sales info and also for the payment methods. So in the actual assignment, you would have downloaded 3 attachments. One attachment was the sales history, one was the current sales of the month, and also then you'd have either a PDF or a JPEG, and it should be in your downloads folder. So that's where I'm going to go to find mine. I leave it there. So again, the February 20 payment info is a PDF. I'll open that up. Shrink this down. Again, you sort of want to go side by side with this. Maybe I'll make this a little bit smaller so I can make my page as big as I can. So essentially all the information is here that you've got to copy over here. So what you're going to do here is I've already entered this stuff in here. Gross sales, it comes from right here. Returns and also discounts. They should be negative numbers. So when you type them in, you want to hit your hyphen beforehand and it should convert them to a negative number. The net sales will automatically be calculated for you. You plug in your tax from down here. You have your gift card sales listed on here. Again, there's not going to be any tips. And then total sales, this will automatically be calculated. You want to match this up with that number over here. Same thing down here for payments. You want to come down here for cash. Again, whatever that value is there, you want to enter that in. So in this case, it's $2,810.99. Credit sales would be $1,219.42. Gift card was 20. I had other would be checks typically in there or invoices. Nothing showed up, so that would be 0 in this case. And then the fees, again, notice that red box here. We want to enter that as a negative number, so I'm going to type in negative $76. So that's what Square got out of this. Make sure this number matches up with what it shows over here. Mine does not, so again, there's a flag. So why? Well, I didn't type in the 66 cents. Now it matches up. Okay, so again, like I said, when you do this, you want to make sure you want to validate that it does match up, again, with those values over here. So please confirm this as you go through and let me know if you've got any questions. But that should finish off what we need to do here for the P&L. Okay, once you have everything done, once you have got your formulas in here, and this is the very bottom part.